So today is the day. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Firstly, I'd just like to say apologies for being on the missing list for the last couple of weeks. If you follow my Instagram, then you will already know that we unfortunately lost our lovely girl Kipper. Cut a long story short, every time she was worked or every time she went somewhere and jumped intensely, anything hard working, she was coming up lame the next day or swollen. When she arrived, she had a puncture wound, so to her chest. So I took her to a specialist to see if they could figure out if the lameness was coming from somewhere else or if the lameness was coming because she was struggling because of this. He came to the conclusion that her muscle had split inside, so although the puncture wound had healed on the outside, it hadn't healed on the inside, and it's not going to heal. So it's horrible talking about that. Anyway, he was like, I don't think it's going to heal, I don't think you're going to be able to ride her and she's going to be comfortable. I don't think she's the kind of horse that would be happy in a field, and she's certainly not. She's been horrendous in the last couple of weeks. She ran through the pram, she barged me out the way, she was rearing in the stable, she was bucking in the stable, and I just couldn't watch her go through the pain. I was like, I just can't do it. So I made the decision by her to put her to sleep and put her out of pain, and I was absolutely devastated to do it. But it just had to be done, and I had to be right by her. I couldn't watch her suffer. So yeah, unfortunately she's gone. So I haven't quite come to terms with the fact that she's not coming back, because obviously the stable's just empty, and we've been through that when we sold her, and it's different when you sell them and you think, oh well, they're okay, they're having a good life, but we had to just do right by her. Bambi's on a little bit of a break, so we thought she was having some tummy issues. I actually now think she just can't handle her seasons, so we've added her some extra supplements to help her tummy, help with the seasons, and hopefully that'll be her come good. So I'm going to bring her back into work at the end of the month. The real reason why we're vlogging today is because we have a new arrival coming. So to cut a long story short, I bidded in the Goresbridge Irish sales. Didn't think we'd buy anything, it was just spontaneously bidding on Tuesday. Came across the sales, fell in love with a couple and thought, you know what, why not, let's buy something, I'll produce it and see where we go from there. The sales on Tuesday, Wednesday and Tuesday, Wednesday were all 3-year-olds. We've missed out on the 4-year-olds, which I was a bit sad about. So we have a lovely little 3-year-old coming. I'm hoping it'll be tonight, but it could be early hours in the morning. I don't think the lorry is gonna get down our road, because obviously it's a big Irish transporter and he's got like 17 other horses on. So I think we're gonna have to drive the trailer down to meet him. But I will fill you in on a little bit more about him when he arrives. I am going to pop to Fern's farm after work and pick up some little bits and bobs for it, because it's a bit smaller than Bambi, so I don't think what we've got is already going to fit him. So that's exciting. We needed some exciting news after all the crap that we've been through lately. And yeah, so I will take you along to meet him. First time I'll be meeting him, first time we'll be handling it, anything like that. He's got a long journey of about 7 hours, God love him. So when he arrives, I will fill you all in. Three perfect little stables means a new arrival. Good Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. It's about 8:30. He is going to be here any minute. The ferry got cancelled yesterday, so they didn't make it, which was a bit annoying because I'd sorted out for the baby to be minded and I had help because it was obviously the bank holiday, so now I'm on my own. When the transporter rang me, he was like, are you planning on walking this back down, like where you live? Because he won't get his wagon down our road because this is our road. And he is in like a 17 horse box, so it's like 65 foot or something like that. So I was like, well, it all depends on how quiet he is, you know. They've had him for a week now. I bought him last Tuesday and they had him from the minute I bought him, so they should know if he's quiet or not. And he just went dead silent. He didn't say anything, so I'm guessing it's not, which is always fun in games. So I was like, it's okay, I'll bring the trailer up and, you know, I'll be there waiting for you, not a problem. He was like, well, where am I going to park? And I was like, you're going to have to park on the main road in the business park. I said, which is annoying because now obviously the business park's back open because it's now a working week. So it is going to be a bit busy, but I can park on the lane with the trailer, walk him to the trailer and hopefully load him. And he was like, oh, well, I'll bring some lunch lines because I don't know if it'll load. So I have no idea what's happened to get it on his box in Ireland. So it's all just a waiting game, see what happens. I can only pray it goes in the trailer. If it doesn't, I have only got to walk to the end of the lane you've just seen and turn left, and then our field is right at the bottom of that lane, so if worst comes to worst, I can throw him in the field with a head collar on and go back for him when he's a bit more chill. But I'm hoping that their version of quiet and our version of quiet are two different things and it's actually quiet. I also probably think it hasn't had a good feed in it, so it's probably a bit anxious, it's probably a bit hungry. It's travelled at least 7 hours overnight, so see you when the wagon arrives. Now, you'll see from this little clip that he clearly didn't load the horses in order because he had to pull this little grey mare to the side and tie her up, and she was not happy about being tied up. And obviously, our little new boy then didn't want to leave. So he was a little bit apprehensive to come off the wagon. And at this point, this guy was like, he's too much for you. Banging on about it all, being crazy and hurling abuse at me. Hello, sweet boy. I don't know if he's been in his stable in the last week. Come on, darling. He's very scared. He's very thin. He's got really bad feet. But we're gonna love you, little man. Come on, darling. Come on, sweetheart. I'll get you a nice yummy breakfast. Yeah? Get you a nice yummy breakfast. Hey. So we're currently eating his hay from the outside of the stable. Come on, good boy. Because he's so scared. I didn't even see any hay on the lorry either, so I don't even think he's had anything for hours, God love him. He's so tucked up, he's so skinny. He's got the saddest, kindest little eyes, and my heart's breaking for him. Come on, darling. Good boy. That's it. Come on. Bit by bit. He's in. Good boy. Should we get you some breakfast? He's like, what are these? Good boy. You're gonna be loved, I promise. You are? Oh, baby boy. He's just having a little pink mash with some chaff to get something in his belly. I can't imagine the last time he was actually fed. So get that in him. He can spend the day in. And then when I've got some help, I'll try and give him an hour in the field or so later. Get some meat on them bones. You're happy now, aren't you, chappy? Hey, we need a name for you. Good boy. So you will have seen from the videos that he is here. He's just peeking out of his door. So we have bought a 3-year-old bay gelding, allegedly 15.2, but he seems a bit smaller than that, which is fine. But I don't know whether he's just lacking a bit of weight and a bit of muscle. You probably have noticed he's a little bit skinny and scrawny, but I also think that's probably because he spent a week at the transporter's yard, and I don't know whether he's been stabled because he's not keen on going in or out. But then when he goes in, he's quite settled. So I don't know whether they've just been in a barn together or anything that he's collected. I just don't know. Bambi, she's throwing brushes about. I had a bit of a run-in with the transporter. He wasn't very nice, and he was just hurling abuse at me and shouting at me, and I was stupid and I didn't have a clue, and he was apparently too much horse for us. But since he got here, he's been nothing but quiet and quite sweet, so I don't know what he was on about. But to be fair, if I was treated the way they were treating them, chasing him with a brush to try and get him off the wagon and things like that, I'd have been scared and I'd have probably been misbehaving. So he's home anyway, and he's happy. So I left him as soon as we got him in a stable with a pink mash and just let him chill out. We think he's either an Irish Sports Cross. I can't remember what they said at the auction now when they read out his breeding, but when I've got his passport is a replacement and it's basically empty. So the breeder's name is in the passport, so I am going to contact them and see if they can give me a little bit more information. But he's going to take a lot of work, but I'm glad that we bought him because he's so cute, and he's going to be really sweet. He seems quiet enough, but I just don't know what the transporter was on about. So I'm just glad to finally have him back after bloody waiting for a week. The tension's been absolutely killing me, and I'm so impatient. So I'm going to spend the next couple of days just letting him settle, bonding with him, letting him trust me, hand grazing him, walking him about, letting him just chill and get to know us. And then he's going to go out for a few days just to get some good grass in him, because we're going away for the weekend, which it just wasn't good timing because obviously the transporter kept him for so long, and he did tell me he was going to come sort of early on, like Friday, Saturday, but never mind. So then he can go and chill for a little bit, and then we'll go from there. And then when we come back, Bambi's holidays are over, she's getting back up and running. We also don't have a name for this guy, so pop in the comments below what you think he should be called. I will take you along for the next couple of days so you can see how he's settling and how he's getting on, but the head collar's staying on for now so we can catch him because he's still a little bit unsure. Hey bud. Just having a little hand graze in front of my dad's lofts, and so far so good. He's being nice and quiet. Bambi's screeching for him all the time already, and they haven't even met yet because we obviously haven't got a isolation stable, so he's just in the end stable and I'm keeping them apart for now. I'm going to register him with a vet and get the vet this week and get his injections done, get the farrier because his feet are really bad. They're just long, and then we'll introduce them all slowly in the field. So decided to give Bambi a little loose school while I was here for the day, well the afternoon. I was baby free because Aaron's mum has took harbour for the night, so I can get up early and make sure the new horse is all okay. So I'm just going to put some little clips in of her, and then I put the new boy, which still has no name, in the arena, thinking, oh, we can have a little leg stretch, let's try and make a little bond and, you know, show him that it's okay to catch before he goes in the field and we can't catch him. And he only went and bloody trotted straight away to the jumps and then tried to jump out of the school. He's funny. He jumped it from trot, so I'll put a little clip in of him as well so you can see what he's like. So Bambi jumped the legs off herself. She loves it. So it's time for the new little man to investigate the school, have a little leg stretch. He was very happy to be out. His movement is to die for. He's still got his little sticker on his bum, God love him, but he quite happily took himself over the poles that were left on the floor. So I popped a little cross pole up just to see if he was willing to jump it. He wasn't chased and he happily went. And he has just got such a good jump. Whoa, steady. Ooh, steady. Whoa, steady. So just a quick little debrief. The camera's gonna die, so they're all fed. I'm going home finally at 7 o'clock. He's settled quite nicely actually, and the more he's settled throughout the day, he doesn't look as thin. He just looks more weak and lacking in muscle and very leggy, and he just needs to fill out a little bit, needs a little bit of muscle. So I'm happy with how he's settled. I'm going home. I'm going to come back tonight and check on him and make sure he's okay, and then I'll be back first thing in the morning and we'll carry on as normal with life of 3 horses again. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're as excited about our new little boy as we are. Don't forget to comment below any names that you think he suits, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Bye.